Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Heidi. I thought I would do a video with my complete colorings, and I'm going to have to break this up into parts. So I kind of decided to just do this in sort of a random order. I'm grouping coloring books together by author, but I'm not really imposing any kind of structure on this. So let's just jump right in. This is Summer Nights by Hannah Carlson, and I know many people know and love this book, have and love this book probably. And I did this intro page. And I don't remember what pencils these were. It's colored pencil. I did that little mushroom and this bee, so cute. These were really fun to do. Yeah, and I really like how they turned out. So there's that. Next one is In Seasons, also by Hannah Carlson. And let's see. This one I did for Halloween, obviously, just this last year. And this one I do remember. This was with Crayola pencils, because I just wanted to see what Crayola pencils would do, what I could accomplish with them, because I'd used them before and the results were sort of pale, and I thought, I don't know, how are they going to look in this book? Well, let's just try it out. So, but I liked how it worked. I mean, I had to really go hard with some of these areas, but yeah, this is so fun. Yeah. So there's that one. Next one is In Jewelry Box by Hannah Carlson. And once again, did the intro page and the little teeny ones on the title page. So the lion and then this page. Again, these are in pencil. I don't remember what pencils they are. I think they might be Castle Arts. I have it written down somewhere, but I don't remember what they are. And there's a little bit of gel pen in some areas, some sparkly areas you probably can't see. Yeah, and some metallic pencils, I think, like in the flowers up here. Oh, so that's that. And the last ones from Hannah Carlson are these. These are loose leaf from the Magical Dawn Artist Edition. And they're loose leaf because I sort of took the book apart. And I wish that I hadn't done that now, but I did. So it is what it is. So yeah, I don't know what order these are in the book. This is just kind of random. So I did this page. And also, in the Artist Edition, this is really heavy. This is like card stock, or yeah, definitely card stock. So super thick, really nice to use with wet media, which is why I love these. So yeah, this is watercolor. And I believe I just used like my super cheap pan watercolor set that I got from Joann Fabrics. And they worked pretty well. They have, there's some like kind of gritty residue that it leaves, but I think the colors are really pretty. Yeah, I mean, I was happy with it. There's some areas of what is it, jelly roll, white jelly roll on the crystals that I tried to use for highlights. And then the next one, this was done with alcohol markers. I believe Blick Studio markers, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, they're really fun. I love using alcohol markers with Hannah Carlson's illustrations. Really fun. And I don't know if there was anything else going on in this one or not. There's maybe a little bit of color pencil for shading. Yeah, definitely there is. So there's that one. And this page was also Blick Studio markers, some gel pen for the little sparkly bits, and possibly some pencil, although I don't see. Yeah, there's pencil. Yeah, so there's that one. This one was, I think, one of the first pages that I did, and I used water-based markers because I think at the time I didn't have any alcohol markers. Yeah, that's right. And so, you know, there's some streaky areas. I like it. I still like it. I think the alcohol markers look a little better, a little cleaner. But I like this page. I don't think I used any pencil. It's got some gel pen highlights again. Yeah. I did this after coming back from camping because I was inspired. It was like I don't know, like she was the forest goddess or something with the owl. Yeah. And let's see, this one again was alcohol markers with some colored pencil for the shading and a little bit of gel pen around here. Yeah, that was fun to do. These are so much fun. I love it. Pretty happy with how it turned out. I think maybe I would have done darker shadows if I were to do this again. I don't know. I like it. Next one is this one. Oh, this one I really like. I like the colors that I chose and how it all worked out. I do remember that this was definitely Blick Studio markers. And I got some, maybe a little pencil, although I don't think so. Yeah, I think I tried to do the shading and everything with the markers. And yeah, it was pretty successful. It's sort of pale, you know, there's not a lot of shading in the face, but I like it a lot. And this next one, this one was with water-based markers. I don't remember the brand. Not terribly happy with how this one worked out, but it's okay. I still like it. And then this one, oh, this one I like a lot. This one is a more recent one. This one I did with Neocolor 2s. Yeah, Neocolor 2s for the cat and for the outside. And I believe for the eyes and the ears, maybe most of the page. And I think I used some other stuff like some markers and pencils. I don't remember exactly, but I really like how this came out. And This one, this was also with watercolors. I don't remember the brand. I don't really remember anything about this. It has some gel pen, also some Jelly Roll in the little sparkly, these little tiny areas here. Yeah, I like that. This one was my first attempt at using acrylic paints. So it took quite a while. It definitely takes longer to work with acrylic paints because, at least for me, because it's hard to keep within the lines and everything. And it's got some gel pen, some, I think, Posca for the stars. But I like it. Yeah, I was really happy with how this turned out in the end. This one was done with the big alcohol markers. I don't remember what they're called right now. They're fine point. Yeah, the big fine point alcohol markers. This was super fun. And I think it's got some gel pen, like on the scales for the gold areas there. That's gel pen. And next one, this one I did fairly recently too. And I believe this is watercolor with markers on the top. I mean, color pencils on the top. And what else about this one? I used Neocolor 2s for the background. Yeah, with some pencils over the top of it. Yeah, I like this one too. And then this was a very recent one. This was another attempt at using acrylic paints with Posca, the white Posca around it for the little magical dots. This one took a little bit, took a few days. I tried to do some color mixing with my acrylic paints and it worked out fairly well. I've got some, what else did I use? Oh, gel pen. I used some glitter gel pen for some of the areas. I don't know if you can see it, probably not. Yeah, I like that one too. So that's it for the Hannah Carlsons. Then we've got Sager Oxagner, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, from Emily Lidahall Oberg. I'm probably not pronouncing her name correctly. And I did this one for Christmas this last year, a few months ago. And let's see, this was, I think this was Castle Art pencils, although I don't remember exactly. And I know I did use Neocolor 2s for the background, which I ended up really liking because it looks kind of like old parchment. It has kind of a gold tone to it, which I wanted to have sort of an, I don't know, I thought that was Christmassy, kind of a gold background. Pretty simple, but I like this paint. And that was the first one in this book that I had done. Next one is Nightfall from Maria Trolle. And this is the first one that I had done. I did this little cute little dragonfly with metallic, I think I used Crayola metallic pencils on that. So cute. And this page, her illustrations are so sweet. They're so delicate and sweet. I really love them. I think What did I use for this one? I don't remember. Maybe Castle Arts. And I also used a colorless blending pencil, which took a long time, but I think it was worth it. I don't usually use a colorless blending pencil because it's just so time consuming, but I do love how it looks. So there's that. And then for something entirely different, let's go to the Pop Manga coloring book by Camilla D'Erico. This was one of the very first coloring books that I got when I started a couple of years ago. I think it was 2017. And you can see that it's warped a little because I did watercolors for this first page. So cute, little unicorns coming out of eggs. Really adorable. So I think, once again, this was just my really inexpensive pan watercolor set. Nothing fancy, I was just trying it out. And I didn't love how much the paper buckled, but I just sort of decided, well, you know, kind of have to accept that if you want to use watercolor on your pages. So did that page, and then the feathers. This was Inktense, I believe. Nothing too special about that. I love this little guy. I really like this book. I sort of made myself do all of these pages, like from start to, I don't know, hopefully to finish someday, but from the beginning. Although I don't do that with all my books, for some reason I felt like I needed to start from the beginning. So I did these in, what was it, the twistable, Crayola twistable crayons. Although I don't really think they're crayons, I think they're more like colored pencils. So that, and then on this page again I used watercolors. And once again, I think it was just the inexpensive ones. It really buckled the paper. I don't mind it, I guess. I really like how this turned out. It's really fun to do. I love her art. This page, I think this was watercolor once again, and I kind of went through this pretty quickly. I kind of got bored of all these butterflies after a while and just sort of like slopped it on there. And this was, I think, just Crayola crayons, maybe? Some of these early ones I did pretty quickly. I think that was Inktense, maybe? Didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. These are really light. Was this crayons? This may have been crayons as well. Same with this one. Not too crazy about these. This one's fairly simple. Quick and simple. This one I like more. I remember I used Prismacolors on this one. And this one I do like a lot too. I tried to have a more delicate look to it. This was color pencil. I have no idea which ones. This one I think was, oh, was this crayon? I don't remember. Crayons or color pencils. And then these, this was, I think this one was watercolors. And there were a few pages that she has where the eyes were blank. And I didn't really like that, so I sort of did my best to draw in the eyes. And it looks a little weird to me. I did the best I could, but I don't know, it looks kind of odd. This page I did really recently, and I like it. I used gesso with water-based markers and then colored pencil on the top. And I really like how that turned out. And then this one was also gesso with water-based markers. And again, I had to draw in the eyes, and they look a little weird. I don't know what it is, but it's not quite right. But I like this page anyway. Yeah, so that's that book. And then lastly, this was actually the first book that I ever got. And again, with this one, somehow I felt like I needed to start from the beginning. So I did. So this was the flying fish, and this was Prismacolors. Actually, no, it was a combination of Prismacolors and Crayolas. Maybe just Crayola metallics. I remember I used some Crayola metallics in some of the areas. You probably can't tell. But yeah, I like that page. This is the next page I did with Prismacolors. And Millie Murata's books. Did I say what this was? Yeah, this is Curious Creatures by Millie Murata. I love how she includes the tiny little areas to create the texture in her creatures. And it kind of allows you, in some cases, to make different patterns and, like, you know, use the tiny little areas to create different effects. Like I tried that with, you know, the transition from the blues to the reds. Oh, that was super fun to do. Took a while, but I'm happy with how that turned out. And then this page was just kind of daunting. It was so huge. So many tiny areas. I thought I'm not going to color all of those tiny little areas. So I sort of did, you know, a design, like picked certain spots where I could strategically place the color. And I like how it turned out. This one was, I believe this was fine liners. Fine liners only. The Stettler fine liners. And not my favorite ever, but I like it. This one, Prismacolor pencils. And I tried to get a more delicate effect with some shading. And I like that. Let's see, what was this one? I think this one was done with water-based markers. I don't remember exactly which ones. I think they were the Stettler felt tip pens, if I'm remembering correctly. And I used some white jelly roll to go over, like for the highlights on the water. And then over here, which is the same image minus some of the detail, I used watercolor. I wanted to try that out on this paper, which didn't really work too well. I don't know, it made it warp. It was okay. I guess it's okay. It was fine. It has sort of a, you know, very pale kind of pastel look to it that I like. This page, not crazy about this page. This is watercolors again. I don't remember the brand. It's okay. Don't love it. This one was the Stettler felt tip pens and possibly some Tombos. Yeah, Tombos. This is right when I bought them. I like this. I don't know about the greens with the moss. There were things that I would change about that, but I like it. These pages were with Polychromos pencils when I first got them, just to try them out, and I think this paper works really well with the Polychromos. And I tend to have a really light hand when it comes to pencils. You can kind of see. This took me a while. I didn't do a background. I think it's fine. I like it. It was fun. And then lastly, in this book, this page, I started out on the head of the bird and I sort of screwed it up, or I thought I had. I used water-based markers and it just looked awful, but I determined to stick to it, and I think I used a layer of pencil on top and that looked better, and then I used a layer of pencil over the bird's body and then went over the top of it with the marker, and that works better. And I think it kind of helps it keeps the marker from sinking into the paper and showing on the other side, because this paper is not the thickest. Anyway, yeah, so that's the last one in this book that I completed. So that's it for this part. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and hope you're all well, enjoying your coloring books and your coloring and all the crafty goodness. If you like this video, please let me know. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you're up to. I'd like to hear about it. So, see you later. Bye.